so we're still waiting to hear more from the police. The accident was caused because of yes, the driver was overspeeding, so he failed to negotiate and at a curve do popakabva paitika accident. I mean, and also he was traveling at night and inzvimbo futi yanga asingaziwe driver, inzvimbo yanga asingaziwe. I mean, kana usingaziwe nzvimbo iyoyo in places like Nyanga kune makomo saka inzvimbo yekutoti haukona kutombofamba usiku. Whether kuti unoziva nzvimbo yacho kuti hauzive, even vagari vemo chaichemo havafambe usiku, hawadhiraivha usiku because vanoziva kuti inzvimbo ine macaves akawanda, inzvimbo dzemumakomo and so tongoti zora full investigation kuti vatonza China. This won't happen again. I think kuti 6 o'clock dzakachaya hapana bhazi revana rofanira rakatombofamba. I still think kana vana vari supposed kudzoka kuHarare at 5 o'clock, I still think kuti vana ngavatomborara ikoko vozotravhera namangwana. I feel like famba usiku is not a thing that we should allow, and kuti vana ngavafambe usiku. For whatever reasons, I still feel that it's better kuti mutotsvaga kana kuti lodge iri padhuze kana hotel iri padhuze patobuda ma expenses angu. I still think it's better for the parents or for the school kuti vise imwe mari than kuti vana vafambe usiku, regardless of where the children are. Famba usiku kwagara kungori dangerous, especially in Zimbabwe nemaroads edu kuti haana nyatsomira mushe, and so it's a tragic and welcome to the channel. My name is Prince. Every Monday and Friday from 7 o'clock up to 7:30, we'll be talking about news with my streets, news with social media, national news, and Princemillerentertainment Entertainment TV. And so, guys, so imwe nyaya zvakare iri kupisa pasocial media inyaya yaMDC Alliance boss Douglas Munzora. Yes, according to some reports, are saying the man he went to visit Godfrey Stole now job scholar Chikurubi maximum prison on Saturday, and according to some reports, they're also saying that that meeting didn't take place, but Munzora wane a version of what happened, and saka pama versions too ari kubuda vasikala na Stole vari kuti hapana. With their lawyer, which is Freddy Masarevu, he's representing them. He's a family spokesperson, and so the man is saying that Waskala Nava Stole wana kuonana nava Munzora, regardless of what the prison officials were actually saying kuti they need to come in kuti whatever it is. I don't know why the prison the official that he actually spoke Waskala, and so pane two more versions ari kutenderera. One version ndekuti havana kuonana, other versions ndekuti vakaonana. Saka regardless of kuti vakaonana havana kuonana, I don't know. I still feel that I mean the timing is bad. The timing is bad. If MDC Alliance or Munzora wanted to stand in solidarity with Wasikala, you could have been one of the first guys vakatanga kumira nawo apa wakasungwa muna June, but now tamuna October, so why is he now visiting Wasikala now? And saka pane one of those questionable ways of doing things. I don't know who's advising to do that, but of his own mindset. And I know he meant a good thing. Maybe he meant a good thing to go and visit my comrades Arku Chikurubi to show solidarity. Say, tested more political parties. I do understand it, but it is on the wrong time. It's too so sad, man, that in 2022 tichine vanhu vachiri kuchikidzira vanhu because of musangano. I don't know, I don't understand kuti sei vamwe vanhu vachirambidza vamwe vanhu kuti nzvimbo vaende vanocampaigna for my by elections, my council elections, my MP elections. I mean, why should we stop each other from campaigning because of muri vatengesi or muri machinja or muri triple C or muri lead or muri any political party? I don't understand. I think this is one of the main things that for the last 4 years we should have been. I mean, opposition political parties panyaya idzodzo panyaya dzema waiting for my elections that next year. As much as we are preparing for those elections that come like 2023, my electoral reforms agara akakosha zvokuti akasa implementwa. Until then, we're going to see some of these cases happening. I'm talking about a case which happened yesterday in Matobo Ward 2 in Matabeleland South. Ataona vanhu ZANU-PF, I mean, there's some branded cars of ZANU-PF of activists vangova blocker road because vangowanzwa kuti vanhu vetriple C vari kuuya kuzocampaigna here kuward 2 ikoko, and you're going to see a lot of those kind of situation anenge achiitika. And nowadays with the social media, anyone can post a video, anyone can post some photos on social media, and those photos, those videos can go viral. At the same time, we are asking for my sanctions with Visque. How can those sanctions be removed if we are still treating each other in that manner, in that way of in that situation? Why should we stop each other? Why are we stopping each other from campaigning? Why, when it comes to the elections, the politics, I do believe that, I really personally believe that we can vote peacefully, we can campaign peacefully, we can wear our own t-shirts peacefully, we can do whatever we want to do peacefully, as long as we get the permission from the police. The police gave us permission to go and campaign in Ward 3, in Ward 2, in Ward 1. Yes, they gave us permission to do door to door. Usingafarira pati yedu une right ekutaura kuti ano musasvike kunoku isusu tiri you know what I'm saying, toenda pa next door ende zvidaro pasina anenge abatirana banga, panenge pasina anenge akana dombo aita sei. So what happens, so chii chinozoita kuti vamwe vanhu wabva wavharira vanhu vava kuti vasaenderere mberi nemacampaigns avo, wabva vati kuri kwamuende kuri kwamusvike. Why are we still doing that? Why do we have people like that in our societies? Is it because of politicians vanenge vachituma vanhu vavo? Is it because of our mindset yatinayo kuti takaona a certain political party tinoita kufunga zvoda kungouraya zvoda kungorowa? Why do we still have that gorilla mindset? Why are we abusing each other? Why are we fighting in our communities? Why are we fighting? Why are we fighting against each other? I don't understand. I really don't understand vanhu vakadaro vekutoti vanotopisa motikari mafuta votoenda muroad votonoisa crisscross muroad just to stop other political parties to campaign, just to intimidate other people, just to throw matombo, vamwe mapanga, vamwe futa, vamwe. I don't understand that. Saka takura hondo tega because of politics. I don't understand it. I don't understand the logic and the mindset of those people. And we call ourselves we're in a free Zimbabwe. How can we be in a free Zimbabwe if we can't allow other people to campaign? What's the purpose of having my elections in the first place if we can't allow other people to campaign? Kana kwane one party state it mangotiudza kuti okay, next year kuna my elections, next year ZANU-PF ndio iri kutonga, ndio charamba chingotonga until 2030. Tibva taziva, because I mean, if you look on the budget in my elections, how much ZEC is going to be using for my elections, those are millions of US dollar. Those millions of US dollar can help us, can help the poor, can help the poor people, could have them poverty. People are suffering in Zim. I mean, people are suffering for real. I mean, if ZEC is spending almost like 200 million US dollar just on printing my paper to fight poverty in our communities, 200 million US dollar can do so much for all Zimbabweans. But in my elections, the reason why you can do my elections is because we as Zimbabweans, we need to choose our leaders. We need to choose the people who can represent us, people who can work for us as the people. To have, for them actually, for the government to function is because of the people. And isusu ndisu vanhu vanenge vachishandurwa nevanhu vatinenge tasarudza ivavo kuti vatitungamire. So I don't understand the reason why people are fighting each other, people are intimidating each other, people are stopping each other to campaign. So that video is circulating on social media. It's a very sad video. It's a very sad situation that in 2022 we still have men with that kind of mentality, that broken mentality. So I really don't understand. And got it in the comment section. Can I'm still gonna video and I could order thoughts with Prince video earlier on today, whereby I was talking about Nyayatika Kumatobo, whereby we saw ZANU PF activists vachimira murodi vachistopa ma-CCC activists vanga vachida kuno campaigner on door to door. And so ndimwe nyaya zvakare yatiri kurukura nezvayo pano on Daily News, breaking news on Prince Miller Entertainment TV. And so so guys, other news that we're talking about inyaya kumpedzanamo, and we all know kuti kumpedzanamo kwakavarwa. The reason why kwakavarwa kumpedzanamo is because of clashes anga kuitwa between ZANU PF supporters and CCC supporters. And I mean inyaya iri very sensitive zvakare because someone else died, and pane munhu akashaya akaurayiwa. Ndakamuzwa ma-streets chinzoni kune vanhu 2 or 3 one person lost his life kumbare. And unnecessary situation, unnecessary war, unnecessary event. And it's a political violence. Vanhu kumbare vaibhari kune vanhu vai-extorta mari. And this is happening zvakare kumbudzi. People are paying money to people who are extorting money, people who are extorting them. There's ZANU PF, ZANU PF, ZANU PF here kana kuti say, but the people who are extorting other people. And munhu anongosvika ongoti iyi table yangu, iyi table ndeyamudhara wangu, saka kana table iri yamudhara wangu ndipe 10 years every week. At the same time, you're paying to cancel, and I think that's why takazona the whole situation critical back and forth between rival groups. Vachirana. I mean, of course, pakadaro panto shayamun, pakadaro panto famun, and so mpedzanamo aparizuno ichiri yakavarwa. And so mpedzanamo market will not open anytime soon, despite mounting pressure and resurfacing running battles between the police and vendors who keep returning in the hope they would be allowed to trade. But Women Affairs Community and the SMEs Development Minister, Stembiso Nyoni, recent announcement have since poured cold water on expectations that the market will open anytime soon, as she insists on the creation of decent work spaces. The development comes after almost a month-long violent clashes between suspected citizens calling for change CCC and the ruling ZANU PF space barons, unfortunately leading to the loss of one life. Police have maintained a heavy presence in the area in a bid to contain further violent clashes. Recently, 13 suspects were handed over to the courts. And a recent assessment of Mpedzanamo market showed that there is need to renovate and refurbish the facility before reoccupation, said the minister. Recently, after the touring the area, there's a need to clean the market by removing heaps of rubbish. There's also a need to construct additional toilets to match the 1,500 traders. The work complex is only one tap connected to the city council water source, and hence there's need to put up more water resources to match the number of traders in the market. She said to address these issues, the ministry had started engagements with various government departments and stakeholders such as the Ministry of Local Government and Public Works, Ministry of Housing, in social amenities, Office of the Minister of State for Harare Provincial Affairs and Devolution, Zimbabwe Public Police in the city of Harare, with a view to reorganize and modernize the workspace facilities. And so, guys, no latest people regarding to Pedzanamo, kusukuvurwa anytime soon. And but still, I mean, there are so many families who depends on Pedzanamo, like for real. Pano vanoendesa vana kuchikoro kuma-universities, vamwe vanotoendeswa vana chikoro kuma-primary schools, high schools, vanotodependa on Pedzanamo. Saka naye kabva kudai so chimizwa kuti vanhu havana pekutengesera, and tikona mapurisa anenge ane imbwa dzanenge vanadzo, saka anenge ingori back and forth between the police and the vendors. At the same time, I mean, zvakakonzeswa nenyaya yeviolence yakaitika, and so we're gonna be keeping you guys in the loop regarding to it. And I feel like once Pedzanamo reopened, I hope they will bring in a very clear way of doing business, because I mean, truly speaking, there's money to be made Pedzanamo, and the council knew kuti pane mari yekutoti mari yakawanda yekutoti inokwanisa kutobatsira state of Harare, but mari iyoyo yese yaenda kuma land barons, kune vanhu ivavo vaextorta mari kuma-vendors, and so there were cash leakages aitika kuPedzanamo, and this need to be also done kana mbudzi roundabout yapedza kuvakwa, and Paul zvakare pane another facility there whereby city of Harare will take full control, and I mean the police needs to arrest those land barons vari kuuya vachazouya actually kuzotry kuextorta ma-vendors anenge achitengesa, and vanhu vavo pavanouya vanouya vachishandisa musangano weZANU-PF, vanouya zvakare vachishandisa mazita evanhu vari kumusorosoro, and vanhu ava maybe vanenge vari hama dzavanhu vavo kana kuti vazukuru kana kuti hameno, but vanhu vekutoti vanotoya vane a mindset yekuya kuzotora mari dzevanhu vachitikidzira vanhu, and it's high time that the people needs to say no. People needs to stand their ground. And hamwangoti munhu angoya akapfeka sheti yeZANU-PF ongoya mumarket ongoti bvisai ma10 years, bvisai ma20 years, imi motongobvisa motongomupa. Aiwa, they are police officers, vanhu vanenge vari vanhu 4 or 5 vanenge vauya. Saka don't tell me kuti vanhu vari muPedzanamo mese vangatyiswa nevanhu 5. I still feel like it's high time that people needs to stand for themselves. The vendors needs to work together. So guys, President Emerson Mnangagwa is accused unnamed political parties of weaponizing the Gukurahundi atrocities in a bid to get political mileage. He was speaking at the launch of Gukurahundi Community Engagement Program at Bulawayo State House today. The president said his government wants peace, accusing external forces of working with opposition parties in weaponizing the atrocities that claimed an estimated 20,000 people in Midlands and Matabeleland provinces. Despite our determination to achieve unity, our nation has not been spared of division, machinations of our detractors who seek to drive a wedge between our people and generally destabilize our country. The Gukurahundi issue has provided fertile ground for those who seek to retain us in a locked position of perpetual conflict and acrimony. Some political formations have sought to use the Gukurahundi issue as a political weapon, which they deploy in the regions of Matabeleland and the Midlands to gain political mileage for selfish political ends, claimed Mnangagwa. He further claimed that the politicization of the 80s mass killings is rampant during the election period. You have noted that whenever we approach elections, external forces using political parties which they make a concerned effort to incite citizens to engage in divisive conduct, or under the quest of achieving what they term justice for the region. I urge you all to be vigilant and to disregard any attempts by any party or a group to achieve political mileage through the Gukurahundi issue. Never again shall we be divided by those who purport to teach democracy. To the external detractors who seek to maintain Gukurahundi as a perennial fountain of conflict, I say to you, Lingena Ngapi, where do you come in? Said Mnangagwa. Mnangagwa said his government has mandated traditional leaders to lead the Gukurahundi community engagement process. He said that traditional leaders are the custodians of the country's culture, hence best place to deal with issues affecting their respective communities is consultation with government on this issue. A decision was made during our collective discussions that chiefs is the authority that is closest to the people should lead the community engagement program. Our constitution and customary law empower our chiefs to resolve conflicts amongst our people in accordance with our traditions and customs. He said he appealed to the traditional leaders to be steadfast in carrying out the task. The chiefs will commence their consultations and dialogue with their communities on historic and other issues affecting their welfare. I appeal to all the chiefs as they embark on this very important assignment to delicately carry out their duties guided by principles of Ubuntu. In the same vein, I also appeal to the public to unite behind this noble cause. I urge the affected people and communities to cooperate with our traditional leaders in this process, he added. The launch was attended by Justice Minister Ziyambi, Home Affairs Minister Kazembe, Information Publicity and Broadcasting Service Minister Monica Mchangwa, and Defense Minister Opao Kashiri Mchunguri. Several chiefs, including the President of the Chiefs Council, Fortune Charumbira, also attended the meeting. And so, guys, 4 years later, ED is now back again. So I still wonder what's the purpose of the national. Yeah, that was. So, guys, the man is now putting chiefs on the forefront. And I still feel like the government is going back. I mean, it's going back. For the last 4 years, that is zvakaitika muna 2018. So I think this is just a political move from the president himself. I don't think he wants to solve this whole issue because if he was really serious about it, this was supposed to happen 2018, 2019. So to do this 6 months, 7 months before my elections, I really don't think he is really serious. I mean, this is a very, very sensitive issue, which I feel the man failed to do with it because he was supposed to do it sooner so that Makoresa is Zimbabwean president. You would have engaged the communities. You could have sit down with the chiefs and the communities, and so that you can move forward. But now, at the moment, the man is now coming. Is now already on the journey to campaign for elections that come in 2023. Saka, is he really sincere about it? I don't think so. I really don't think the president is really sincere, because if he was so sincere, he was supposed to do this in 2018 or 2019. But anyway, we're gonna see how this will roll out. Of course, my politicians they'll be using Kukurawundi on their own advantage, advantages. Of course, that's one of the main topics which will be manifesto launch of many political parties as we start my campaigns ariko my elections and Kukurawundi, because inyaya ichiri pending, inyaya ichiri mudenga, inyaya kutoti we thought by 2018 Zimbabwe yane second president, because Mugabe never spoke about it. Mugabe, the man, didn't want to hear anything about it. So we thought maybe Mnangagwa was our president, Changeti Kurukura nyai, and I was expecting much more from ED Panyaye Kukurawundi, but he's moving very slow. He's moving very, very slow, and so we're gonna see how this will end. But I still feel like it's too late for the president to talk about chiefs, talking about the communities now. I mean, it's too late. I mean, for you. And so, guys, this is daily news, breaking news, everyday news on Prince Miller Entertainment TV. Before I go, I just wanna say, Namatambuzi Zakari, Kunevana Yesevakashaika on Friday, and it's a very sad situation. It's a very sad situation. I mean, just imagine on Thursday or on Friday morning, wabereki vakatomotaura navo pama WhatsApp group pamachi vachavabvunza kuti muri sei, kuri kunakidza here. Then later on Friday night vakazonzwa call zvichinzi vana vaita accident. I mean, zvinhu zvinongorwadza. It's very difficult for a parent to bury a child and inyaya inongorwadza inyaya inongosuwisa. And I still think the Ministry of Education needs to come up with some rules when it comes to nyaya dzematrips and is kuti kana vakadokerwa 6 o'clock dzakachaya chete vanhu vari somewhere bhazi ngarimboparkwa ikoko ngapatsvagwe other alternatives way yekuti vana vakwanise kuva vari safe because it doesn't help kuti vana vatravel usiku so traveling at night with school kids should be banned, like banned. And bhazi ngarisafambe usiku rine vana vechikoro regardless of where they are going. I still think kuti kana time yaenda bhazi ngarenda haro mangwana zvaro vana ngavadzokere kumba. I know people will be disappointed kuti bhazi arisumuka nhasi because of this and that, but I think it's the best way because we can't have such incident like this happen again. And so people have been blaming the driver, the teachers, whatever. I mean, of course, we can blame the driver or whatsoever, but that won't bring back vana vakashaya. Yeah, it won't bring back. But someone should be held accountable for this. So don't want to zora murugare kune vana vese vakashaya. At the same time, we send condolence messages to the family and friends who lost their loved ones. And I feel like pachadiwa a bit of counseling to all the kids who were in that bus and yeah, zvinongorwadza guys, zvinongorwadza. So thank you guys for listening and watching. I'll be back on Friday at 7 o'clock at time here on a daily news breaking news on Prince Miller Entertainment TV. Thank you for joining. Thank you for choosing us. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being part of us. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting. Yes, my comments kumaona. Thank you for commenting, and thank you for being part of the family here on Prince Miller Entertainment TV. Chirukura each and every day. I salute you. I thank you, and I really appreciate you. And so makakosha guys, have a blessed week ahead, and let's meet again on Friday at 7 o'clock at that time for another edition of a daily news special on Prince Miller Entertainment TV. Bless up. Thank you.